Hello everyone, I've been so lucky to be invited into the WOTLK beta, and therefore I'll be testing a lot of stuff for the next couple of months. But today I'll show you what I found on the beta, and in the future there'll definitely be more of these videos. You can also let me know in a comment below the video what you would like me to test and show you in another video. The first thing I'll show you right now is the different hairstyles, because there will be new hairstyles in WOTLK. These you will now be able to choose whenever you create a character. When I went to the barber shop to see the new gender, but also face change, I was sadly disappointed. It seems like there's a bug or it hasn't been implemented yet to the beta. Hopefully they will soon be implementing this, and when they do this, I'll definitely make a new video about all the changes. I even went here on my main character to see if the problem was only with low level characters. Sadly, it was the exact same. The human racial has also been renamed into Will to Survive. It will still do the exact same like it did in original WOTLK, so working as a PvP trinket, allowing you to break out of any CC. It also has a 2 minutes cooldown like it had back then. Back in Burning Crusade, Paladins had to do a long quest chain in order to unlock their class specific mount. In the pre-patch and in WOTLK, this will no longer be the case, and now you can learn this mount at the trainer. All the other spells that is new in WOTLK, you will also have to learn at the trainer. You will not learn these automatically whenever you log into the character. Talking about mounts, then I have some great news for you. The required level, but also the mount price and skill price has been reduced. This was originally changed in patch 3.2, so when tier 9 content was available. But it seems like this will be in the game right from the launch, maybe even in the pre-patch. It seems like all the different mount skills has even been reduced, so we're talking about the normal and epic flying skill too. On this character, the price for the epic flying skill is 4,500 gold. But on one of my other characters, the price is 4,750 gold. So it seems like they've also added in the reputation discount. The more reputation you have with Honor Hold or Thrallmore, the more discount you will also get on your flying mount. When you log into your character for the first time, either in the pre-patch or WOTLK, all your battleground marks and also Badge of Justice will still be kept, but they're no longer in your bags and instead in the currency window. I guess a lot of you are looking forward to this, so you no longer need to spend a lot of inventory space having all the different marks in your bags. And of course, this will also be the same case with the mounts that you can now right click and add into the pet tab. A new shoulder enchant will also be added into the game. The price for this is still not decided, so therefore it's free. This is a useful shoulder enchant for PvP, but also for the new heirloom gear, so the leveling items you can purchase when you have a character that reached level 80. I've seen a lot of people ask if there will be Vengeful or Brutal Gladiator gear purchasable for Honor. This will not be the case, so for those of you who plan to get some of this gear, well, then you should start doing Arena in Classic right now. Of course, we don't know if they will do some changes to this in the pre-patch for people to get the gear a bit faster. But remember, you can always turn in tier 6 tokens for Vengeful items on Isle of Quel'Danas. It seems like we will still be able to use Scatter Hearthstone. So if you enter a dungeon and you're not the leader and you leave the group, then you will be teleported to where your Hearthstone is bound. So if there's a cooldown on your Hearthstone, you can use this trick to get a second Hearthstone. Whenever you use this trick, it will also put a cooldown on your Hearthstone. So if you already had a cooldown on your Hearthstone, for example 12 minutes, and you use this trick, it will now be 30 minutes again. When the pre-patch goes live, the 40-man raid next Rammas from Vanilla will also be removed. But if you picked up the different quests for this raid in Burning Crusade, you will still keep them in the pre-patch, allowing you to still get your tier 3 items. Of course, you will not be able to get the tokens, but if you miss any of the other items for the quest, you will still be able to collect these and complete your tier 3 set. For example, getting the different cloth, leather, mail or plate scraps. Of course, you will not be able to farm the different scraps, because these you looted inside next Rammas, but they're not bound on pickup, and sometimes you might be able to find these on the auction house. Back in Burning Crusade, some healer and DPS trinkets didn't share a cooldown, so you could use these at the same time, but in WOTLK this will no longer be the case. When you use one of these, they will now share a 30 seconds cooldown. The reason for this is because bonus healing and bonus spell damage has also been changed into a new stat, which is called spell power, so these trinkets will be useful for both roles. The group finder tool has also been added into the game. You will be able to look for groups for custom things, world bosses, dungeons, raids, PvP, and etc. You can easily list yourself for different dungeons, and you can also find members fairly easy. Of course, it will not automatically generate a group. You still need to whisper people and ask for an invite or if they would like to join your group. You can also look for specific dungeons, making it easier for you to find other people who would also like to do this. When you're about to list yourself, or maybe even your group, you can easily add a note. This will let other people know what you need in your group, what role you play, and other stuff. What I also noticed, and this is something new, is that you can add an icon to a talent. This will be useful for when you learn the new dual specialization in Wrath the Lich King. Dual specialization will allow you to have 2 different talent trees. And with these icons, you can easily show yourself, but also find your tank, healer, or DPS talent tree. On the beta, we can also test a lot of different glyphs. For example, on this mage, I get the glyph of evocation. This glyph will allow me to also restore health whenever I use evocation. But why am I talking about this specific glyph? What's so overpowered about it? Well, in the Arcane Talent tree, you can pick a talent that reduces the cooldown of your evocation by 2 minutes. Because of this talent, you will now be able to use evocation every 2 minutes, restoring a lot of health and mana. And if you have managed to get 2 tier 3 items, it will also reduce the cooldown of this by 1 minute. Simply because the set bonus of having 2 items reduces the cooldown of your evocation by 1 minute. So because of this, the cooldown on your evocation is only 1 minute. This will be absolutely insane in Arena, because every minute you will be able to heal yourself for a high amount. And in PvE, you will probably never go out of mana as an Arcane Mage. On the beta, it seems like when you're dead, you will also be running a lot faster. I don't know if this is only a beta thing, if it's a bug, or if it's going to be like this in Wrath the Lich King. When I know more about this, I will definitely let you know in an upcoming video. I also decided to head to Isle of Qualdanas to test if the daily quest would actually give me experience. And yes, you will be able to level with these in Wrath the Lich King. So if the starting zones in Northrend is crowded, you could always do the daily quest in Burning Crusade and level this way. I'm not entirely sure what will be the fastest way to level. It also depends on the population on your server and if there will be a high competition for the quest monsters and quest objects. The frozen runes will no longer be obtainable inside the 40-man raid next Rammas, because, yeah, this is removed. But if you have any of these, you will still be able to sell them on the auction house and even use them. Therefore, this might be a decent investment, because when you will no longer be able to obtain these, the price should also increase. Some speedrunners also like to use these, because the frozen rune provide a fire absorb, and this will be useful for some different raid encounters. Like I mentioned earlier, if there's anything specifically you would like me to test and show you in part 2, then let me know this in a comment below the video. I'm also planning to start streaming anytime soon, and hopefully I'll catch you in one of those live streams. This is the end of part 1, and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thank you for watching, and have an amazing day. Peace.